go for launch.
5.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
4.
My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer.
This whole thing is insane.
3.
Quiet, please. I am analyzing.
Where's the kaboom?
2.
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
1.
Hello and welcome to Planet 8. This our special video bonus podcast, not by my side, which is very unusual, as Chief Engineer Bob in the Planet 8 command module. I'm here in the mobile command module, and circling in our orbital satellite as usual, Reconnaissance Officer Karen. So, this bonus episode, as you can see in our various locations, there's a lot of collectibles and things that we usually discuss during the podcast's Sensor Suite. This video podcast, we each picked something out of our collection, but before we get into that, Bob and I had the fortune, or should I say misfortune, of going on to eBay, and this was a life-size, what was it going to be, Bob? 6 foot?
6'5", life-size. You know, I think I'm like 5'10" or something. So it's probably like 6'5", creature from the Black Lagoon.
Right.
Which 750 looked really good.
Yeah.
And the price. So you got to say something, Larry. So you're
750 shamolians is what the price. But you know, you see some of this stuff, and it's like a couple $1,000s or more, and so.
Well, I've seen life-size creatures for like $3,000 to $6,000.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know, we weren't expecting that type of quality.
No, we're
judging by the picture.
You know,
the picture looked pretty darn good. When you guys showed me that picture, I was like, at first the price, I was like, you guys are out of your mind. But then the picture is like, well, if you can get something that good, maybe that's worth it.
Right.
So we went ahead and we each ordered one. And he asked if we wanted a Rico Browning head or a Ben Chapman head on there.
Right.
And I went with Ben Chapman. Larry went with Rico. And so Rico was going to take like 3 or 4 weeks longer to get the head in.
About a month, right? Yeah. So.
And for me, you know, the Ben Chapman head is going to be ready toot sweet. So, you know, he was sending me these emails saying, oh, it looks great, you're going to love it, it's coming along, we're painting it today, or putting the skins on, all this kind of stuff. And so I was going to go and drive out to Merced, and meet him, and pick up the creature. So the day before I was going to head out to Merced, he sends me a picture of the completed creature.
Drum roll, please.
Larry, take it from here.
Yikes.
I kid you not. Look. I mean. We're still speechless.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have to talk if you want the camera to go on you and show the picture, but.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Okay, so let me show the picture. We're new at this, kids, so you know, we're trying to work our way through. Here's what the picture, the final picture of this is what $750 American was going to get you. And mind you, you know, Bob had said he's going to drive out there. The shipping was $500 on this thing, and that's why we were like, well, you know, if we can drive out and pick it up, and you know, that'd be great. So Bob sends me, because all along he would show like the spray painting of the feet, ask what color eyes we want in the head. You know, and some of the pictures is like, maybe that's just a rough cut and he still has to sand down the styrofoam or whatever. You know, and Bob, you know, I've known Bob for a long time, and I call him because we're texting at first, like, what the hell? Oh my God, what? And old Bob said for like 2 or 3 minutes, it was ay, oi, oh, like hyperventilating. Like,
I was utterly speechless. I didn't even know how to respond to it. I had to think for a while before I even replied to him via email. Like, how can I put this diplomatically enough not to get him mad enough not to refund my money?
Right.
So I mean, diplomatically enough, and he did offer me a refund, but man,
he did, and we lucked out. I mean, honestly, Bob was very diplomatic. I copied and pasted a lot of what Bob had written to the guy.
Wow.
I remember extremely disappointed being a key word.
Well, I mean, like I say, $750 was a fraction of what you would normally pay for a life-size creature, but it's got to look something better than like a kindergarten drawing. At least get the anatomy right.
I agree. After I got off the phone with Bob, I called Karen and I sent her a picture. And this was like 9 o'clock at night, and Karen was like, "Oh my God!" What was your reaction, Karen? What?
Well, you sent me that picture, and then the first picture, and then the second picture, and I'm looking at it, and it was one of those things where you're like, I'm not quite sure that I'm seeing this right, so I'm trying to enlarge the picture on my phone, and I'm like, okay, so his knees go right into his feet. Yeah. Is that right? Am I seeing this right? And I keep looking at it, and I'm like trying to like give the guy the benefit of the doubt and look at it, and it's like, what is going on here? Where and the torso, it's like there's a skirt or something. I mean, yeah, the anatomy was completely off. I just, sort of like Bob, just like speechless. I think I sent you back a WFH or something. I just like,
yeah.
What was going on there? Because it clearly was what was in the picture. And then looking at the first picture again, it was like, this really looks like a, maybe a 10-inch model or something. It's like, this is clearly not the same thing. So, yeah, boy, just not, these guys, it's like you can't misrepresent your product like that.
That would,
Kevin, he warned me, I think, in a subtle way, because when you look at the eBay listing,
we lost sound on you.
What's that?
Okay, say that
back
again, Bob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we missed after what Kevin told you.
My friend Kevin subtly warned me. The picture that he had on eBay was of a Morbius model kit. And so, when I sent him the picture of that and the picture of his, and I asked him, how do you get from this to this? How you're advertising this and you're coming up with that. How does that happen? And he said, well, the original one, that was like a concept drawing, and blah, blah, blah. And they're all individually made and they're all custom and blah, blah. And it's like, yes, but, and then I basically listed everything. I said, the head's too small, the shoulders look like he's a football player with shoulder pads, the legs are too stubby, the midsection's too long. It was this big list of things. And then he came back and offered me a refund. I said, thank you, goodbye. Yeah, it was caveat emptor. Is that the buyer beware?
Yep.
Well, we definitely dodged a bullet. Yeah.
Could you picture if we actually got stuck with those?
I don't. Where my banner is behind me was where the creature was going to go. I have like some stuff up on the shelf. I'll show you guys later, or in another video that we do. But I don't know.
I mean, if you got stuck with it, what would you have done with it?
Dress him up in a jumpsuit and call it the what was the third creature film?
Creature Walks Among Us.
You gotta throw the trench coat and the hat on him and call him Uncle Gilbert.
The shoulders were too big. I thought about that, but what would you have done, Bob?
What's that?
What would you have done with them?
We could have like a big bonfire somewhere with a couple creatures.
Oh, 750. Oi, oi,
That's
oi.
a lot.
4th of July is coming up. We could blow them up real good. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want it standing anywhere in my house or basement or HQ or whatever. It's like,
you would have gone in the backyard, actually, if I was stuck in. But, look, we're here to share cool stuff with you. And so, like I said, each of us has something that we're going to present. Of all the myriad collectibles and things that I could have presented, and I went through we all actually went through 2 or 3 things that we thought we were going to show, and then we ended up changing our minds. The good folks at Geek Tiki's have come out with a Batman and Joker Tiki mug collection.
Nice.
And here's the other side of the box. And it's funny, when I was talking to Karen, Bob, they were like, well, he's not going to take those mugs out of the box. I did take the mugs out of the box.
Holy surprise!
Right. Now, these are based
sometimes you just can't get rid of a box.
These are based on the classic episode. I can't remember the name of the episode from the original Batman series.
Why?
Where the Joker and Batman. There you go. Say something, Walker, so we can see a larger picture.
Oh, well, right behind me here is my Tiki mug collection, and have a little surfing Batman to go along with it. So there you go.
Very cool.
So the Tiki mugs have the bikini briefs or whatever, the bathing suits and the surfboard.
Surfing shorts, board shorts.
They took a little bit of liberty and kind of gave it more of a kahuna kind of a tiki carving. I don't know if I can get the detail in there that well. But if you go to the Geek Tiki site, you can see a better representation of the mugs. It's kind of like they're carved out of wood. So
show the face of Joker. Does he have the mustache?
It's up to you to decide if that's a mustache or if that's carved wood.
I think they put the mustache in there.
That's interesting.
So,
Cesar Romero's mustache.
Yeah, these are fun. These are very cool. They're licensed. They got the stamp from Geek Tiki's and from Batman television show and all that good stuff. So the problem I have now is, where do I put them? I am a collector, as you know, of geek culture and sci-fi, science fiction, fantasy, and superheroes. But I'm
Tiki, don't they?
Yeah.
I also have a tiki bar we call the Leaky Tiki, and I was looking for a spot to put them. If we continue this, if you guys like this, let us know. We'll continue to do this every so often, and if we do, I'll shoot from inside the Leaky Tiki. You got a waterfall in there, and
that would be nice.
And anyway, let's go ahead and kick it on over to the spy satellite. Karen, take it away.
Well, I think everybody knows I have a fondness for Star Trek, as do we all. And so thinking about what I would show, there were a lot of different options, a lot of different Star Trek things that I could pull out and share with everybody. But as a little teaser for an upcoming podcast, teaser, we will be talking about... Should I say it? Should I just go ahead?
I think, for those that are listening to this inaugural video, go ahead and throw it out there. We're going to be talking about
Star Trek, the motion picture. And I don't want to hear any of this crap about the motionless picture. Star Trek, the motion picture. is a very good film. Damn it.
Star Trek, The Motion Sickness.
So, all right, Bob. All right, there we go.
See how this.
Here we go.
Yep.
But I love the Enterprise from the motion picture and onward. I love that design. And so a couple of years ago, I was in Las Vegas for the Star Trek convention there. Eagle Moss, who makes tons of models, not just for Star Trek, but for a lot of different shows, had an enormous booth there. They had probably almost every Star Trek ship they've ever made, but it gave me a chance to pick up the Enterprise. And this is actually the 1701A, so it's the one that they gave Kirk and crew after he blew it up in number 3. But still, it's a beautiful ship. I love the lines on this ship. I love the way the nacelles are kind of flat, and I just think it's the sleekest, best-looking Enterprise. Larry and I have had some discussion about this. But these Eagle Moss models are really sweet. You can still get them online from Amazon and other places. I know Larry has a ton of these ships, so maybe one of these days he'll share some of those. But pick yourself up a model from Eagle Moss if you're really into those Star Trek ships. They're really well made and well worth displaying.
That is a beaut. Yeah, Walker and I, Karen and I often talk about Star Trek, and just recently we were talking about favorite ship, representation of the Enterprise. And I am a big fan of the original Enterprise from the series, and we can get into that discussion another time. But yeah, Eagle Moss is fantastic. Karen has the XL version of the 1701A. So they have like a wee version, and then they have a huge version.
Huge!
That's right. So, yeah, that was cool. All right, so let's go ahead and take it back to our chief engineer out in the Monster Garage, Planet 8 HQ. Chief, take it away.
Here. And there's my buddy right there, Ultraman.
Woohoo.
And if you check him out, the eyes light up. Look at that.
Neat.
The warning light lights up. And there's a little bonus ring around the bottom that, I don't know if you can see it blinking there.
Yeah. It's
so I'm going to come around the front here. And you can remove the warning light, press a button and it blinks. Can you hear that blinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think that's a shot of the warning light, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that.
What's it warning us of?
They're warning us that Ultraman's power is about to run out.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to turn that off really quick because that's going to get real annoying after a little while. But not only does it do that,
there's more.
The eyes light up, and the warning light is functional, and this little bonus ring around the bottom blinks. But I turn on this extra microphone, I get this little button down here, and what more could you want? The theme song from Ultraman. Not just the theme song from Ultraman, but the English language version of the theme song. So everybody sing along now. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, kids.
You cut it off.
Oh, man, you took my jam.
Beautiful. One of my favorite theme songs. So, it's a beautiful piece. It's actually made by Chuck Jarman over at Bump in the Night Productions. And I don't know if he's still making them. I think it was like a limited edition thing, but very cool. Very Very big, very cool. It's actually a 1-to-1 bust. Not 1-to-1 for Ultraman when he's giant, but 1-to-1 with the actor who's in the suit.
Mm-hmm.
So let me zip to a wide shot here while I walk around to the back. Now, the other reason why I brought Ultraman up is you may have noticed in shopping malls or whatever, there's a store called Uniqlo. Have you guys heard of that? It's like UNIQLO.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah. So if you go to your shopping mall, if it's open, if you're allowed to go in and wander, put your mask on. And Uniqlo has, let me get a better shot here, a line of Ultraman shirts. So here's one, Ultraman and Zeton. Pretty cool. And then we also have, now I never thought I would see a shirt like this over here, but it's the eye creature Gonkyu from Ultraman Gaia. So, there's a ton. Gaia versus Gonkyu. And
I think we lost Bob's sound again.
Yeah, we lost your audio, Bob.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. There's a beeping in the background, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a beeping. Hold on. There we go. That was the ring around Ultraman. All right.
Oh.
So, sorry. And my favorite one is Volton. Look at that. Is that cool or what?
That is cool.
They also have one that was back-ordered when I tried to get them. Pigman from the Red King episode. And the little monster, and they hit him with the tracking balloon, and he's running around. Well, the shirt has a pocket, and he's peeking out of the pocket, and he has a balloon. It's pretty cool. There's a Tiga shirt. There's a shirt with Ultra 7 and Ultraman 0. 0 being 7's son. Father and son photo. Things like that. There's a few different ones. But if you go to their website, uniqlo.com, UNIQLO.com, or you go to your local mall that has a Uniqlo in it, and they got these shirts. It's the age of Ultraman. Between all the Blu-rays coming out from Mill Creek and the shirts coming out from Uniqlo, and later this year, Mego Ultraman figures.
Hey, I don't know much about Ultraman. I really don't know anything about Ultraman, but I know something about comic books, and I saw that one of my favorite comic book artists, Alex Ross, did a cover for the upcoming Marvel Ultraman comic, and man, did it look good.
The comic called Rise of Ultraman coming from Marvel.
Yeah.
That cover is also on a special Blu-ray that's coming out, which has the birth of Ultraman, which was like a half-hour black and white special that aired the week before Ultraman started, just introducing the character and the cast and monsters and things. And then it has like a half a dozen of the best of episodes of Ultraman on it.
Huh.
So,
it's kind of everywhere.
It's the age of Ultraman this year. 2020 may suck, but we're getting Ultraman.
Well, this just in, I've received the design for our new Planet 8 shirt. And surprise, surprise, this is going to be...
Oh, yes, 2020 truly does suck.
Yes, and that will be the tagline. 2020 really did suck. Anyway, that was pretty cool. That's a lot of good Ultra information, Bob. So, yeah, we've come to the end of our special video episode, and there is no censor sweep.
This was the censor sweep.
We don't have a censor sweep for the censor sweep.
That's right. The entire episode was one big censor sweep. My tiki mugs don't light up or play theme music or anything until there's a little something added into them. Then you're going to hear and see all kinds of stuff. But that'll happen
that creature
offline.
might actually look good.
No, there's just not enough tiki goodness.
Well, that's going to be for the Planet 8 After Dark episode we put together.
Yeah. Okay, so that takes us to the part of the podcast where we wish you all well. Any closing words, Bob?
Well, I had to resort to the backup microphone since the battery on my crew mic died. But that's why they call me Chief Engine.
That's right.
No, all I can say is, stay safe and keep collecting.
All right. Karen.
Well, since I'm in that kind of a Star Trek mood, I'll just tell everybody to live long and prosper and hang in there.
Yes. I echo Karen. Live long and prosper. Be good to each other. And look, with everything that's going on in the world today, not just COVID, but everything else, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. And this coming November, be sure to vote. All right. That way we won't be doing an episode on a real apocalypse. It'll all be things that we've read or watched. All right, you guys, we appreciate you tuning in. This is Planet 8 signing off. End transmission.